What we have to now do is take this, this secret and really allow it to flourish.
I think we're poised for greatness. With our centennial coming up, just watch us.
Transformation 2025 was developed to accelerate Mount St. Joseph University's ability to deliver a high-quality liberal arts education that includes experiential learning and personalized attention. The creation of compelling student outcomes that includes differentiating academic programs, unforgettable learning experiences, and high-impact community outreach opportunities. The Mount's rigorous, holistic approach to continually improving learning is thoughtfully designed to prepare students to meet the future and respond creatively with informed, impactful decisions.
It's an opportunity to re-image the Mount. It begins to redefine who we are in the community, and I think it begins to redefine the physical nature of the campus environment.
I would say to all the folks who are listening to this, all the things that you've done, all the places that you've been, all the successes you've had, have put you in a position to be here today and to have this opportunity to invest in Mount St. Joseph University so that we can move forward and make sure that this world is a better place in which to live, a more productive place in which to live. It's up to us now. Well, as president of the university, I'm supposed to provide the examples for faculty, staff, and students, provide direction, guidance, and work with the Board of Trustees and the community to make sure that the Mount is everything it should be.
Well, back in 1961-62, when Sister Corona built the Mount campus, it was a great idea to build it entirely at once because it saved a lot of construction costs and what have you. What wasn't realized at the time was that if you build everything at once, it's going to wear out at once.
When I first stepped on campus, my first reaction was, this is a place that has great potential.
I love the campus, I truly do. Do I think it could be a little bit more modern? Yes.
I really like it. I like that you can see the Ohio River. As far as the buildings themselves, they're a little dated, you could say.
I just think maybe a little bit more space, just for it to kind of go and do your own thing.
As we started to think about where we would like the place to be, we recognized that we had to make some changes. And so we need to make sure that we're making those adjustments right now.
When they took the opportunity to be bold about what their future was, it gives more people in the Cincinnati region reason to know about and celebrate what happens on that campus.
How do we bring the Mount out to the region? I think it's kind of a hidden jewel. I mean, there's some powerful things going on there.
We're poised to make a big leap, but we understand that in order to make a big leap, we have to let go of things too.
My dream for the Mount would probably be to expand wider.
For it to become a university that is not just a local known university.
That we have upgraded and modern facilities.
I would like to see it grow as a university in their community impact.
I'd love to see a student center.
That what we are doing now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, would still be pleasing to that founder, Elizabeth Seton.
What we have to now do is take this, this secret and really allow it to flourish.
I think we're poised for greatness. With our centennial coming up, just watch us.
Transformation 2025 was developed to accelerate Mount St. Joseph University's ability to deliver a high-quality liberal arts education that includes experiential learning and personalized attention. The creation of compelling student outcomes that includes differentiating academic programs, unforgettable learning experiences, and high-impact community outreach opportunities. The Mount's rigorous, holistic approach to continually improving learning is thoughtfully designed to prepare students to meet the future and respond creatively with informed, impactful decisions.
It's an opportunity to re-image the Mount. It begins to redefine who we are in the community, and I think it begins to redefine the physical nature of the campus environment.
And I would say to all the folks who are listening to this, all the things that you've done, all the places that you've been, all the successes you've had, have put you in a position to be here today have this opportunity to invest in Mount St. Joseph University so that we can move forward and make sure that this world is a better place in which to live, a more productive place in which to live. It's up to us now. Well, as president of the university, I'm supposed to provide the examples for faculty, staff, and students, provide direction, guidance, and work with the Board of Trustees and the community to make sure that the Mount is everything it should be.
Well, back in 1961-62, when Sister Corona built the Mount campus, it was a great idea to build it entirely at once because it saved a lot of construction costs and what have you. What wasn't realized at the time was that if you build everything at once, it's going to wear out at once.
When I first stepped on campus, my first reaction was, this is a place that has great potential.
I love the campus, I truly do. Do I think it could be a little bit more modern? Yes.
I really like it. I like that you can see the Ohio River. As far as the buildings themselves, they're a little dated, you could say.
I just think maybe a little bit more space, just for to kind of go and do your own thing.
As we started to think about where we would like the place to be, we recognized that we had to make some changes. And so we need to make sure that we're making those adjustments right now.
When they took the opportunity to be bold about what their future was, it gives more people in the Cincinnati region reason to know about and celebrate what happens on that campus.
How do we bring the Mount out to the region? I think it's kind of a hidden jewel. I mean, there's some powerful things going on there.
We're poised to make a big leap, but we understand that in order to make a big leap, we have to let go of things too.
My dream for the Mount would probably be to expand wider.
For it to become a university that is not just a local known university.
That we have upgraded and modern facilities.
I would like to see it grow as a university and their community impact.
I'd love to see a student center.
That what we are doing now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, would still be pleasing to that founder, Elizabeth Seton.
What we have to now do is take this, this secret and really allow it to flourish.
I think we're poised for greatness. With our centennial coming up, just watch us.
Transformation 2025 was developed to accelerate Mount St. Joseph University's ability to deliver a high-quality liberal arts education that includes experiential learning and personalized attention. The creation of compelling student outcomes that includes differentiating academic programs, unforgettable learning experiences, and high-impact community outreach opportunities. The Mount's rigorous, holistic approach to continually improving learning is thoughtfully designed to prepare students to meet the future and respond creatively with informed, impactful decisions.
It's an opportunity to re-image the Mount. It begins to redefine who we are in the community, and I think it begins to redefine the physical nature of the campus environment.
I would say to all the folks who are listening to this, all the things that you've done, all the places that you've been, all the successes you've had, have put you in a position to be here today and to have this opportunity to invest in Mount St. Joseph University so that we can move forward and make sure that this world is a better place in which to live, a more productive place in which to live. It's up to us now. Well, as president of the university, I'm supposed to provide the examples for faculty, staff, and students, provide direction, guidance, and work with the Board of Trustees and the community to make sure that the Mount is everything it should be.
Well, back in 1961-62, when Sister Corona built the Mount campus, it was a great idea to build it entirely at once because it saved a lot of construction costs and what have you. What wasn't realized at the time was that if you build everything at once, it's going to wear out at once.
When I first stepped on campus, my first reaction was, this is a place that has great potential.
I love the campus, I truly do. Do I think it could be a little bit more modern? Yes.
I really like it. I like that you can see the Ohio River. As far as the buildings themselves, they're a little dated, you could say.
I just think maybe a little bit more space, to kind of go and do your own thing.
As we started to think about where we would like the place to be, we recognized that we had to make some changes. And so we need to make sure that we're making those adjustments right now.
When they took the opportunity to be bold about what their future was, it gives more people in the Cincinnati region reason to know about and celebrate what happens on that campus.
How do we bring the Mount out to the region? I think it's kind of a hidden jewel. I mean, there's some powerful things going on there.
We're poised to make a big leap, but we understand in order to make a big leap, we have to let go of things too.
My dream for the Mount would probably be to expand wider.
For it to become a university that is not just a local known university.
That we have upgraded and modern facilities.
I would like to see it grow as a university in their community, in fact.
I'd love to see a student center.
That what we are doing now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, would still be pleasing to that founder, Elizabeth Seton.
What we have to now do is take this, this secret and really allow it to flourish.
I think we're poised for greatness. With our centennial coming up, just watch us.
Transformation 2025 was developed to accelerate Mount St. Joseph University's ability to deliver a high-quality liberal arts education that includes experiential learning and personalized attention. The creation of compelling student outcomes that includes differentiating academic programs, unforgettable learning experiences, and high-impact community outreach opportunities. The Mount's rigorous, holistic approach to continually improving learning is thoughtfully designed to prepare students to meet the future and respond creatively with informed, impactful decisions.
It's an opportunity to re-image the Mount. It begins to redefine who we are in the community, and I think it begins to redefine the physical nature of the campus environment.
I would say to all the folks who are listening to this, all the things that you've done, all the places that you've been, all the successes you've had, to put you in a position to be here today and to have this opportunity to invest in Mount St. Joseph University so that we can move forward and make sure that this world is a better place in which to live, a more productive place in which to live. It's up to us now. Well, as president of the university, I'm supposed to provide the examples for faculty, staff, and students, provide direction, guidance, and work with the Board of Trustees and the community to make sure that the Mount is everything it should be.
Well, back in 1961-62, when Sister Corona built the Mount campus, it was a great idea to build it entirely at once, because it saved a lot of construction costs and what have you. What wasn't realized at the time was that if you build everything at once, it's going to wear out at once.
When I first stepped on campus, my first reaction was, this is a place that has great potential.
I love the campus, I truly do. Do I think it could be a little bit more modern? Yes.
I really like it. I like that you can see the Ohio River. As far as the buildings themselves, they're a little dated, you could say.
I just think maybe a little bit more space, just to kind of go and do your own thing.
As we started to think about where we would like the place to be, we recognized that we had to make some changes. And so we need to make sure that we're making those adjustments right now.
When they took the opportunity to be bold about what their future was, it gives more people in the Cincinnati region reason to know about and celebrate what happens on that campus.
How do we bring the Mount out to the region? I think it's kind of a hidden jewel. I mean, there's some powerful things going on there.
We're poised to make a big leap, but we understand in order to make a big leap, we have to let go of things too.
My dream for the Mount would probably be to expand wider.
For it to become a university that is not just a local known university.
That we have upgraded and modern facilities.
I would like to see it grow as a university in their community, in fact.
I'd love to see a student center.
That what we are doing now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, would still be pleasing to that founder, Elizabeth Seton.
What we have to now do is take this, this secret and really allow it to flourish.
I think we're poised for greatness. With our centennial coming up, just watch us.
Transformation 2025 was developed to accelerate Mount St. Joseph University's ability to deliver a high-quality liberal arts education that includes experiential learning and personalized attention. The creation of compelling student outcomes that includes differentiating academic programs, unforgettable learning experiences, and high-impact community outreach opportunities. The Mount's rigorous, holistic approach to continually improving learning is thoughtfully designed to prepare students to meet the future and respond creatively with informed, impactful decisions.
It's an opportunity to re-image the Mount. It begins to redefine who we are in the community, and I think it begins to redefine the physical nature of the campus environment.
And I would say to all the folks who are listening to this, all the things that you've done, all the places that you've been, all the successes you've had, have put you in a position to be here today and to have this opportunity to invest in Mount St. Joseph University so that we can move forward and make sure that this world is a better place in which to live, a more productive place in which to live. It's up to us now. Well, as president of the university, I'm supposed to provide the examples for faculty, staff, and students, provide direction, guidance, and work with the Board of Trustees and the community to make sure that the Mount is everything it should be.
Well, back in 1961-62, when Sister Corona built the Mount campus, it was a great idea to build it entirely at once because it saved a lot of construction costs and what have you. What wasn't realized at the time was that if you build everything at once, it's going to wear out at once.
When I first stepped on campus, my first reaction was, this is a place that has great potential.
I love the campus, I truly do. Do I think it could be a little bit more modern? Yes.
I really like it. I like that you can see the Ohio River. As far as the buildings themselves, they're a little dated, you could say.
I just think maybe a little bit more space, just for it to kind of go and do your own thing.
As we started to think about where we would like the place to be, we recognized that we had to make some changes. And so we need to make sure that we're making those adjustments right now.
When they took the opportunity to be bold about what their future was, it gives more people in the Cincinnati region reason to know about and celebrate what happens on that campus.
How do we bring the Mount out to the region? I think it's kind of a hidden jewel. I mean, there's some powerful things going on there.
We're poised to make a big leap, but we understand that in order to make a big leap, we have to let go of things too.
My dream for the Mount would probably be to expand wider.
For it to become a university that is not just a local known university.
That we have upgraded and modern facilities.
I would like to see it grow as a university in their community impact.
I'd love to see a student center.
That what we are doing now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, would still be pleasing to that founder, Elizabeth Seton.
What we have to now do is take this, this secret and really allow it to flourish.
I think we're poised for greatness. With our centennial coming up, just watch us.
Transformation 2025 was developed to accelerate Mount St. Joseph University's ability to deliver a high-quality liberal arts education that includes experiential learning and personalized attention. The creation of compelling student outcomes that includes differentiating academic programs, unforgettable learning experiences, and high-impact community outreach opportunities. The Mount's rigorous, holistic approach to continually improving learning is thoughtfully designed to prepare students to meet the future and respond creatively with informed, impactful decisions.
It's an opportunity to re-image the Mount. It begins to redefine who we are in the community, and I think it begins to redefine the physical nature of the campus environment.
And I would say to all the folks who are listening to this, all the things that you've done, all the places that you've been, all the successes you've had, have put you in a position to be here today and to have this opportunity to invest in Mount St. Joseph University so that we can move forward and make sure that this world is a better place in which to live, a more productive place in which to live. It's up to us now. Well, as president of the university, I'm supposed to provide the examples for faculty, staff, and students, provide direction, guidance, and work with the Board of Trustees and the community to make sure that the Mount is everything it should be.
Well, back in 1961, 60.
afternoon. May I have your attention for a minute? Good afternoon again. Thank you for being at Mount St. Joseph University today. Before we start this service for this afternoon, there are just a couple of announcements. Today's celebration will begin in 10 minutes, so we ask that you please move to your seats and turn off the cell phones and other noise-making devices that you may have. We ask that during the ceremony that you remain in your seats and do not come to the aisles to take photographs. We have professional photographers who are taking pictures of the graduates as they cross the stage, and as well as they exit the stage. We also ask that you keep the aisles clear before and after the ceremony for the graduates to enter and exit the hall. Thank you.
afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome. I am Janet Cox, the Dean of Students. And it is my pleasure to announce that the 101st commencement of Mount St. Joseph University will now begin. Will the audience please clear the side and rear aisles? Please rise for the academic procession. be seated. Good afternoon and welcome. I am Dr. Diana Davis, Provost and Master of Ceremonies for Commencement. This graduating class is part of a long tradition we have established at Mount St. Joseph University. So it is indeed an honor to welcome our graduates and members of their families and friends to the 2018 Mount St. Joseph University Commencement. I would like to thank many individuals here today who have contributed to the achievements of these graduates. The family and friends of our graduates have played a vital role in supporting and encouraging the graduates to reach their educational goals. We want you to know that we appreciate you. Will the family and friends of our graduates please stand and be recognized? To members of the platform party and other special guests, I am pleased you are here to celebrate this special occasion. I would like to introduce members of the Mount's Board of Trustees in the platform party. Please stand as your name is called and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Jason Niehaus, Chair, Board of Trustees. Sister Annette Muckerhide. Timothy Ogg. Janet Castellini. Stephen Mullinger. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing the members of our Board of Trustees. It is also a pleasure to have with us today Cynthia Schmid-Perry, Vice President of the Alumni Board. Please join me in thanking Cynthia for her leadership. The next group I would like to introduce is a very special group. These individuals make Mount St. Joseph University graduates the very best. Their dedication is the key to the success of each graduate. I am, of course, referring to the Mount faculty and staff. Will the faculty and staff please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing these outstanding individuals. I invite you to stand for the invocation offered by Sister Karen Elliott, Director of Mission Integration, and to remain standing for the national anthem to be sung by Megan Rem, a Bachelor of Arts student majoring in music at the university. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Please close your eyes and become aware of the spark of the divine within you as a child of God who created you in the divine image and likeness. Good and gracious God, El Shaddai, Elohim, Adonai, Jehovah, Allah, Lord Shiva, Great Spirit, and all of the sacred and holy names by which you are known. We invoke you this day to be with us and to especially be with our graduates as we celebrate their accomplishments and pray for their success in their chosen professions. While we celebrate our graduates, we recognize that they did not attain the achievements of this day alone. And we ask you to graciously and abundantly bless their parents, spouses, children, grandparents, aunts and uncles, and dear friends who encouraged, challenged, and assisted them in ways too numerous to count to attain this goal. We pray that you will be with our graduates and lift them up in times of failure and be the spark in their eyes in times of joy. Grace our graduates and all of us with the courage to do well and to do good in our lives for your greater honor and glory.
Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, Jason Niehaus, Chair of the Board of Trustees, will present the candidate for the honorary degree.
Would Chris Downey please stand? Chris Downey has turned his lifelong commitment to personal improvement into successful entrepreneurial company with a passion to help others find their own meaningful goals. Mr. Downey is the founder and CEO of Spark People, one of the largest online digital health companies in the world with approximately 8 to 10 million unique visitors per month. His book, The Spark, the 28-day breakthrough plan for losing weight, getting fit, and transforming your life, is a New York Times bestseller and focuses on the success story of a man who now gives back to help people reach their goals. Getting to this point started in high school when Mr. Downey, a self-described shy kid, set out to find ways to conquer his anxiety. He started using fitness, then goal setting, leadership, and other skills to build his own personal improvement plan that integrated the best from health and fitness experts with renowned experts on goal setting and behavioral change. As he refined this program, Mr. Downey found the drive to leave his accounting position with Procter & Gamble to start an online auction website in 1996 with a friend. Named Up for Sale, the company grew to become eBay's leading competitor, and it was acquired by eBay in 1998. After reaching many of his own goals, Mr. Downey decided to do more to help others find their success. In 2000, he started a company called Spark People with a mission to spark people to reach their goals using health and fitness as a springboard to success in all areas of life. Headquartered in Cincinnati, Spark People is one of the largest digital health companies in the world. It offers resources and information to inspire members to build healthy and sustainable habits. Mr. Downey is not a typical CEO. Known as Spark Guy, Mr. Downey interacts with members through letters and social media to celebrate their victories and motivate their efforts. Today, Spark People boast 8 million free memberships from 150 countries. The shy kid from Cincinnati is today a world-renowned motivational speaker and presenter. He has been featured in local and national media with his message of fitness, goal setting, and leadership. Mount St. Joseph University proudly presents the honorary degree of Humane Letters to Mr. Downey for his passion, entrepreneurship, and motivation to spark others to reach their goals.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Ohio, I confer on you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters and welcome you into the ranks of the Mount alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present Chris Downey, our commencement speaker.
Wow, my heart is beating fast. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. It's so exciting to be here today. First, I'd like to thank Ray Allen for inviting me here. She said, "Would you like to speak?" I said, "Sure, no problem." Now, with that beating heart, I'm not so sure, but I'll do my best. At my company, when something good happens, we like to say, "Woohoo!" So I'm going to try something fun, because something good is about to happen to all of the graduates here today. Students, please close your eyes and block out everything but my voice for just a moment. I want you to visualize, see in your mind, everything that has brought you here to this moment. Think about all of the work, the fun, the challenges, the successes, and the failures that you've learned from. And some of you may have had some tears along the way. But now you are this close to the end of your marathon. Okay, now you can open your eyes. Now, instead of blocking everything out, I want you to soak it all in. Soak in the energy of this day. And at the count of 3, I want you to use that energy and give me the loudest woohoo that has ever happened. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Okay, great. Now I think we're ready to begin this very, very serious commencement speech. I've always believed that young people and people young at heart can do amazing things. Today is a unique point in history. Even high school kids are starting a national movement. And you have other movements like the Me Too movement. With the power of social media and other cultural forces, there are new ways for young people to take charge and to drive change, and these ways have never existed in the past. I'm not focusing on politics in either direction. Instead, I want you to think about the opportunity, and in some instances, even the responsibility to drive positive change. My wife and I, we took our two boys, their ages 14 and 11, to one of the marches recently. And as they saw all of these things happening, it really made a big impact on them. And I told them that there are probably going to be things in their lifetime that will change this world significantly, and they need to be ready to be a leader in all of this change. And that same thing applies to you. There are a lot of things wrong in America and the world today. But at the same time, there are a lot of things right that you can build upon. And hopefully, you can do it in a way that's a little more civil than some things that are happening with my generation and other generations. But I'm not just focusing on social movements here. This is also a unique opportunity to become your best self and to have more fun than you've ever imagined, especially compared to people who might get stuck in a rut going through their life. The good thing is you are prepared for this opportunity. Your time here at the Mount and other life experiences has probably helped you more than you realize. So be confident that you are prepared for this adventure. Your professors were actually right that these college experiences help you more than you realize. For example, I started a tiny t-shirt company when I was in college. It didn't make very much money at all, and compared to the time that it took, it probably wouldn't have been considered very successful. But the things I learned doing that in college helped build the drive in doing whatever it takes for me to eventually become a successful entrepreneur later in my life. There are probably dozens of experiences that you will be able to draw upon to help you in the future. I also know you are prepared because I was just like many of you. I was born and raised in Cincinnati. I lived at home while attending some other local college. I paid, well, now we're friends and brothers, right? I paid my way through college by working at a refrigerator magnet factory. It's true, those exist. Plus I had student loans. I was the first person in my extended family to graduate from college. I had many challenges along my path. One of those is that I had fairly severe social anxiety. Yes, I'm still up here for some reason, I don't know why. I didn't like that, and it built this burning desire inside of me to overcome that and to succeed in life. All of you can take many of the same steps I took to succeed in life. So after college, I worked here in Cincinnati at P&G. I realized that corporate life it's tough. It involves a lot of sitting, a lot of healthy, unhealthy eating, and not a lot of activity because you're sitting so much. I had a coworker named Larry. One day, I'll never forget this. He said something like, I only have 8 years, 7 months, and 6 days until I retire. And I thought, I looked at what I was eating, the little bit of activity I was having, and I said, I could be like Larry. I said, I don't want to be like Larry, so what do I got to do? I don't want you to be like Larry either. He was not in the best of health, and he was not living life to the fullest. I'm going to do my best to give you a recipe for making that happen today. I'd always been a fan of health and fitness, and then I read 2 books. One was Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Another was Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. And this light bulb went off. I said, what would happen if you took the best of health and fitness and smashed it together with the best of goal setting, leadership, motivation, and behavioral psychology? So one thing I did, I sat down and wrote out all my goals. And I said, okay, as an experiment, I'm going to try to do at least 10 minutes of exercise a day as a goal and see how many days in a row I could do this. I averaged about 30 or more minutes per day, but this 10-minute hurdle, this rule, it's what got me started and helped me stay consistent, plus the power of goal setting. I ended up doing this 700 days in a row, and it completely changed my life. And the point there is not that I did something for a long time. The point was how easy it was for anyone to be able to do this. That combination of fitness plus goal setting made me want to reach goals in all areas of life, whether it was nutrition, work, family, having fun experiences, and everything else. Eventually, I motivated a coworker named Pat. She ended up losing 50 pounds and telling me I changed her life using this same program. Pat went on to start a walking group where there were all these people saying, Pat, if you can do it, we can do it. So I realized that your daily actions and words impact more people than you realize. So if you look at the graduates here today, collectively, we could spark millions of people and make a big impact on life. This program gave me so much passion and energy that my friend and I ended up starting a company that grew into eBay's leading competitor in their first acquisition. All of this happened when we were only 25 to 27 years old. So I know that young people can do amazing things right out of college, no matter what your field or your goals or your area of expertise. So think in your head, what goal would you like to reach? Next, I'll share 10 tips from this program I used that has now been used by millions of people. If you'd like, you can find a free mini book on my LinkedIn page, because I don't want you to have to remember much today, because classes are over, right? Can I get a woohoo for that? Woo! All right. These tips are broken into 4 cornerstones of life. That's focus, fitness and health, fire, and positive force. The motivator in me likes to say that living like this can help you more than you realize. The realist in me says that not living like this can hurt you more than you realize. So pick the first one. Some of these tips, they're going to sound a little trite, like you've heard them before. But when I get to tip number 9, I'm going to give you an example of just how not trite they are. The first cornerstone, focus, helps you get clear about your goals in life. So tip number 1 is to know what you're working towards. Try to align as much of what you do to your core values in life. Because more than ever, there are so many distractions out there, but your core values will keep you pointed in the right direction. Tip number 2, to carry out those core values, set goals and plan your days. If you reach one small goal at a time, that's going to lead to these woohoo moments like we're having today. And eventually, that will lead to breakthrough points that could completely change the trajectory of your life. Like I went from a shy kid here in Cincinnati to going to Washington, D.C. and having meetings with people like General Colin Powell, and it was fun. It was a really neat experience to meet him. So I know that you can do things like this too. Next is the fitness and health cornerstone. This is where you get in the best shape possible mentally and physically to carry out your goals. Tip number 3 is to make healthy food choices. It's tough in our fast food culture, but it really is worth it. Tip number 4 is to do at least 10 minutes of fitness most days. This will help give you so much more energy than you can imagine. Tip number 5 is to control your stress. Stress leads to both underperformance and health issues. Tip number 6, get enough sleep. You probably haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately, but try to do it if you can, because it's more important than it might seem. Next is a fire cornerstone. This helps you stay motivated along your adventure, because let's face it, it's pretty easy to set goals. It's a lot harder to stick with them as life gets in the way. Just like if you set New Year's resolutions, sometimes those are gone by the next 3 or 4 days. We're going to try to change that. Tip number 7 is to figure out what keeps you motivated and keep your goals in front of you, literally. So one thing I did was I made a vision collage with photos that represented my goals. So at lunchtime, I could look at that vision collage, and in literally a second, it might change my behavior because I knew what I was working towards. Other motivators can include songs that you like, quotes, movies, and support from your friends. These motivators can really keep you going when times get tough. Tip number 8 is make your life like a game. If you gotta go through life thinking that each little improvement or each goal reached, you get points, just like in a video game. We have this on our website, Spark Points. It's really cool. It really just makes it fun to live life like this. Tip number 9, believe in yourself and believe in this process. We once had a woman named Elle join Spark People. She was overweight and depressed. She was a writer. She had written 3 books, but none of them had ever been published yet. So she started our program. She started by taking walks in the hills near her home in San Diego. As she started reaching one goal at a time, it built her self-confidence. So as she's walking, she starts recording the ideas for her next book as she's doing the walks. Eventually, she writes the book. Now she has so much self-confidence that she published the book on her own. She did a self-publishing campaign. And not long after that, she got a 2-book deal from a major publisher for more than $1 million. At one point, not that money is everything, but in this case, it's pretty cool that she got this life experience. And she flew some of her Spark friends from our site to this villa. They had never met in person, and they just had an amazing time together. At one point, she spoke at a Spark People conference. She got on stage just like this, and she said, "I never imagined my life could be like this before this type of program." So I like sharing that story just to show that these things are not trite. No matter what your age, Elle was about 60 when she did this. She was very young at heart. You really can reach amazing goals you may have never thought possible. Finally is the positive force cornerstone. This is where you share your energy with other people and you get more in return. So 2 ways to do this. One, if you're reaching your goals, you're going to naturally be a leader by example. But second is actually motivating other people directly, and it may be a smile, it may be a small word that really helps change somebody's life. One thing I've learned is that it's easier than you think to motivate other people, and then that keeps them on track as well. Like, I'm sitting here trying to motivate you, so later I'm going to have to take a run to live this myself. So it really does keep you on track by helping other people. When I did this program, I felt happier than I'd ever been in life. And I felt unstoppable, like I could reach any goal. That's what I want for you. I want you to take this vast canvas of life that is there in front of you right now and paint a beautiful life, one brush stroke at a time. So to close this speech and to open the next chapter of your life, I'd like to leave you with 4 points. Point number 1, you're probably more prepared for the next step than you realize. Because of the guidance of everybody here, you're just in such a great position. And you have a great deal to celebrate today. Point number 2, if you build on this preparation to this point by living a program like what I shared, including reaching one small goal at a time, there's no telling where this will take you. Just about anything is possible with that Mount St. Joseph degree as your launch pad. Point number 3, commencement speeches often focus on advancement and achievement and all of that, which I've gone through. But this is also about having a lot of fun in life. So living like this can just lead to incredible life experiences that you're really ready to embrace. Finally, as I mentioned, you're part of a unique point in history right now for young people. The world needs you now. I think you're ready. So at the count of 3, can we get one more woohoo so you can show me that you're ready? 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Okay, I think you're ready. That's all I have. I wish you the best. Congratulations, and have a lot of fun.
Thank you, Mr. Downey. Candidates for the degree will now be presented. Following the presentation of all candidates, Dr. H. James Williams, President, will confer the degrees. Will the audience please withhold applause until all candidates are presented? Dr. Lisa Cruz, Assistant Professor and Department Chair, Department of Communications and New Media Studies, will present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts. Dr. Tracy McDonough, Professor, Department of Psychology, and Stephanie Hiltz, Assistant Professor and BSN Program Director, Department of Nursing, will present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree. Stephanie Hiltz will also present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the baccalaureate degrees. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, please come forward. Monica Lee Bruscher, cum laude. Abigail E. Bush, magna cum laude. Michelle Brianne Bushley, cum laude. Austin Mitchell Clark. Kimberly Marie Collins, summa cum laude. Hannah Josephine Dunn. Brett Glass. Lily M. Gorby. Alex J. Gross. Brittany Marie Elizabeth Hine, summa cum laude. Michelle N. Hessling, magna cum laude. Anna Jeanette Kaufman. Carolyn Rosella Kesterman, summa cum laude. Ryan Corangle, magna cum laude. Brittany Nicole Leopard, magna cum laude. Garrett Joseph Liette. Sydney Elizabeth Massengale. Catherine Lynn Mays, magna cum laude. Leandra Yvonne McCrary. Charles Anthony Milton. Michael Joseph Mullen, cum laude. Kaylee Lynn Murray. Courtney Brooke New, summa cum laude. Caitlin Marie Oser. Courtney A. Overman. Miranda Marie Pauls, cum laude. Lindsay Rose Potzik, summa cum laude. Andrew Raymond Price. Anne Marie Schiller, summa cum laude. Megan Cecilia Simmermeyer, summa cum laude. Olivia Christine Smith. Connor Charles Spivey. Emma Lee Sewell, cum laude. Anna Marie Tarutani, cum laude. Jacqueline Marie Unkrich, summa cum laude. Brian Edward Weisgerber. Catherine Marie Wesley, cum laude. Bree Nicole White. Chloe Nicole Wilhelm, magna cum laude. Carrie Emma Wynn. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, please come forward. Brendan T. Burke. Rachel Marie Fairfield. William Jacob Glass. Ryan Joseph Good. Ryan's mother, Student Services Coordinator in the Department of Education, will present Ryan's diploma. Erica Marie Helcher. Spencer Scott Staroska. Adam Daniel Williams. Marissa Catherine Wisman. William Patrick Zoff.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science, please come forward. Christian Thomas Ailes. Dustin T. Applegate. Jessica Lynn Baker, magna cum laude. Rachel Nicole Barnes, summa cum laude. Jenna Barth. Anthony Stephen Baylor. Andrew J. Berger. Allison Elaine Binder, cum laude. Aaron Paul Lomer, cum laude. Abigail Marie Borrell. Kirsten Fawn Bowman, cum laude. Luke Austin Bowman, cum laude. Darian Jalen Bradley. Courtney Diane Brown, magna cum laude. Maria Ann Bruce. Gregory James Bruger. Cheyenne Keeley Burris, cum laude. Jordan Mark Carpenter, cum laude. Michelle Marie Castor, cum laude. Andrew Lewis Chisholm. Jordan Corbett. Isaac Salinas Cosculluela. That was my word. Austin Joseph McQuaid Cyrus. Andrew Donovan DuPont. Annalise Marie Eckhoff, summa cum laude. Eric Shane Edwards. Caitlin Mary Fadley. David James Fink, magna cum laude. Andrew Jordan Finley. Michael Joseph Geyer, summa cum laude. Megan Ann Geraci. Latia Shanice Ginyard Snell. Courtney Lynn Gleason. Alec John Glimes, cum laude. Paige Marie Gooden. Sarah Faye Gravunder, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Grubb. Christopher John Gillette, cum laude. Cody J. Hacker. Victoria Ann Hancock. Corey Demetrius Harden. Adam Michael Harris. Jordan Marcette Henry. Nathaniel T. Herdeman. Kayla M. Hirschberger, summa cum laude. Emily Michelle Hertel, summa cum laude. Doree Michelle Hill. James M. Hilliard. Elizabeth Rose Hipple, cum laude. Benjamin Lloyd Hodgson. Michael Ray Huber, cum laude. Nathan Tyler Hunter. Kevin Michael Imholz. Jada Nicole May Jackson. Emily Marie Kaiser, cum laude. Morgan R. Nasel. Brian Tyler Lindholtz. Colton Lips. Brenna Lynn Loneman. Aspazia Pandali Macris. Catherine Barclay Mapes. Mary Catherine Marshall, magna cum laude. Marissa Lynn Mathias. Dion Isaiah McCauley. Michael Roy Merker, cum laude. Kyle Weeman Thomas Miller. Nolan Christian Miller. Kiesia Lachey Mitchell. Montez IV. Matthew J. Morris. Richard Dwayne Morris. Cameron Craig Mueller. Mercy McCurry.
Philip Gregory Napolitano, magna cum laude. Hannah Marie Nartker, magna cum laude. Alec Brayton Norris. Giordano Benedicto Ottoni. Daniel Bowman. Grant H. Patterson. Jeffrey Michael Pilger, Jr. Kevin James Polking. Tyler Michael O'Neill Potter, summa cum laude. Courtney Renee Reed. Sydney Elizabeth Reed, magna cum laude. Jason Edward Reneker. Andrew Richardson. Ryan Thomas Roberts. Darren T. Sackett. Maria Gwen Sams. Andy Elizabeth Saylor. Andy's mother, Laura Saylor, Dean of the School of Education, will present Andy's diploma. Marie Schmidt. Courtney Jessica Schriefer. William Jean Schwing. Shyla Benici Shaw. Rachel Claire Spade. Matthew Ronald Steck. Mitchell William Steck, cum laude. Michelle Christine Steele. Antonio J. Story. Alexandra Francine Stoltz. Lindsay M. Sturwald. Ian Joseph Stutz. Daryl Thomas Swanson. Maxwell J. Swoboda, cum laude. Jonathan Austin Tellerigo. Tia Janelle Thomas. Carmen Maria Ventura. James Albert Vinson, cum laude. Brett Peter Volrath. Elena Louise Vonder Mullen. Bristol Grace Webb. Olivia Marie Weber. Trunell L. Williams. Aaron Wider. Kristen Lee Yoli Stalls. summa cum laude. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, please come forward. Amanda Nicole Braun. Dominique Therese Sharon. Whitney Leanne Crosley. Sarah Marie Dillman, cum laude. Taylor Alexandra English. Emily Jean Hollis, cum laude. Danielle Lynn Holsteggy. Victoria Renee Keller. Julia Rose Kohler, summa cum laude. Michelle The Lamb. Molly Elizabeth Myers. Danielle Nicole Nicholson. Tiffany Anne-Marie Phillips. Kayla Marie Pursley, cum laude. Megan Jo Seyfried, magna cum laude. Anna Mae Schneider. Elizabeth Ann Shoemate. Madison Nicole Sillis. Jessica Marie Wilgenbush. Will the candidates please stand for the conferring of your degree?
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Ohio, I confer on you the degree for which you have been nominated, and I welcome you into the ranks of the Mount alumni. Graduates, you may now change your tassels from right to left.
Many of our students received recognition for outstanding accomplishments, and I am pleased to recognize students who have received awards for outstanding leadership. Students receiving Excellence in Leadership Awards were formally recognized at the Honors Convocation during the celebration of teaching and learning that took place on April 12th. I ask that the students receiving this honor stand at their seats to be recognized. We will applaud them after the list is read. Monica Bruscher, Cheyenne Burris, Emily Hurdle, Ryan Korengel, Garrett Liat, and Andy Saylor. Please join me in applause to congratulate them. Thank you. Please be seated. The Jane Cooney Armstrong Award is presented annually to a senior student who has shown consistent diligence in overcoming obstacles and difficulties in pursuit of higher education. The university is proud to award this honor to Ryan Korengel. Today, Ryan received a Bachelor of Arts in Communications and New Media Studies. Ryan, please come forward to receive your award. The Sister Maria Corona Leadership Award is presented each year to a graduating student who has demonstrated consistent, outstanding leadership in campus or community activities. The university is proud to award this honor to Anne Marie Schiller. Today, Anne received a Bachelor of Arts in Inclusive Early Childhood Education. Anne, please come forward to receive your award.
I am pleased today to recognize students who have received awards for outstanding achievement in their academic departments. These awards have been presented previously at the Honors Convocation during the celebration of teaching and learning that took place on April 12th and in department ceremonies. The students' names appear in your commencement program. The Mount St. Joseph University Distinguished Student Award is presented to a student who has demonstrated superior academic performance as well as active participation in community service consistent with the Catholic mission of the university. I am honored to present the Mount St. Joseph University Distinguished Award to Megan Cecilia Simmermeyer. Today, Megan received her Bachelor of Arts in English. Megan, please come forward. Congratulations, Megan. It is my pleasure to present Megan Cecilia Simmermeyer as our student speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. During my time at Mount St. Joseph University, I have had many opportunities to grow as a student, a professional, and a person. Perhaps the most impactful opportunity was working with the Mount's founders, the Sisters of Charity of Cincinnati. As a co-op in the Mother House Communications Office, I met and interviewed a variety of powerful women, including the sisters themselves, their associates, and their friends. In December of this past year, as part of my co-op, I had the fortune of interviewing the university's First Lady, Mrs. Carol Williams, who shared with me her connection to the sisters and how she has seen their spirit come to life at the university. We talked about the various mission trips she has attended and the annual Christmas teas, where she invites the sisters into her home to share good food and great stories. But what struck me the most about the interview was when Mrs. Williams talked about the mission of the university and the continuing legacy of the sisters. She said, "Students at the Mount may not know the mission in the beginning, but they know it when they leave." Today, we are gathered together to celebrate the end of our journey at the Mount, and soon we will go on to attend graduate school or join the professional workforce. We will leave campus, but we will continue to carry with us the lessons learned and the ideas instilled within us. At times, I know many of us have questioned the relevance of certain classes, saying, do we really need to take philosophy or common ground? As an English major, perhaps I am already inclined to believe in the relevance of liberal arts and core classes, like religious studies. But as I meditate on my college experience, I think it extends beyond that. Perhaps the initial perception of these core classes is to deem them irrelevant, but when you think about the true depth of each class you have taken during your years at the Mount, they begin to take on a greater role. Those literature classes prime you to empathize with others, just as you empathized with the characters in the novels. By taking ethics and philosophy, you think about the implications of your actions and whether what you're doing is right or ethical. Yes, these classes might not be strictly relevant to your job description, but the benefit of a liberal arts education is that it shapes your whole being. And along the way, as Mrs. Williams stated, these classes have taught us to know and understand the mission of the university, even if many of us do not know the words. But words can be fleeting, and what we are ultimately left with are the way those words made us feel. I wish you all well in your future endeavors and leave you with this. As most things in life can be, the mission of the Mount can be summed up in a Disney quote. This one from the 2015 version of Cinderella, which is, "Have courage and be kind." Not only does the Mount's mission call for excellence in academic endeavors, but it calls for respect and concern for all persons, diversity of cultures and beliefs, and service to others. So, Have courage to stand up for what is right and defend those who cannot help themselves. Have courage to resist discrimination in all its forms, whether gender, orientation, or race. And most importantly, be kind. Everyone is fighting their own battles, and if we are anything but kind toward one another, that battle becomes infinitely harder. So congratulations, class of 2018, and be courageous and kind.
Thank you, Megan. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. H. James Williams, President of Mount St. Joseph University, to the podium.
Thanks, Steve. And before I do anything else, let's thank Megan again for those great words. Good afternoon. On behalf of the students, the faculty, the staff, the alumni, and the Board of Trustees, and in honor of our foundresses, the Sisters of Charity of Cincinnati, I want to add my welcome to Mount St. Joseph University and to this 101st graduation exercises. We appreciate your carving time out of your busy schedule to help us to celebrate excellence and achievement. It's an outstanding opportunity for all of us today, and we're especially proud of these young folks who've come across this stage and the work that they're going to do when they move on to the next chapter in their lives. So again, thank you for coming to join us today. It's a great, great opportunity for you. As we begin, I'd like to first introduce my spouse, more importantly, right, the First Lady of Mount St. Joseph University, Carol Williams. And I only say it that way because she is so committed to Mount St. Joseph University, and I thank you for all the work you do for the Mount. Thank you. Yeah. I also want to thank our speaker again. Let's thank Mr. Downey again for the words of inspiration that he shared with us. And I'd also like to take a moment to recognize his guests, Tom and Donna Apperly. Would you please stand so we can recognize you? We must recognize the Sisters of Charity of Cincinnati. Sisters in the building, would you please stand? Obviously, we would not be here today were it not for the Sisters of Charity and their dream that became a vision, that became a plan, that became a manifestation. So we want to thank the Sisters of Charity for all they've done to bring us to this point in our history. Are there any elected officials in the House? Anybody? Well, let's recognize them in absentia. Because we certainly appreciate the work they do on our behalf. They have to make so many sacrifices to help us live in an organized society. So I want to thank them, even though they're not here today. Thank our elected officials. The first thing I'd like to do is to start by making a charge and just maybe sharing some comments with you graduates. Was again so proud of you. I extend special thanks to all who have joined us on this commencement afternoon. We offer our congratulations to all of the parents, extended family members, and friends who've traveled to see your graduates on this wonderful occasion. I commend all the graduates this afternoon. You had a dream, it became a vision. It morphed into a plan. You executed that plan and you achieved it. Congratulations. As you go forward this afternoon, Please remember all you've learned and everything to which you've been exposed during your studies here at Mount St. Joseph University. We have worked diligently to try to deliver on our promise of a great education and the Catholic intellectual tradition of free and open inquiry and the ongoing pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Indeed, you've earned an education that should inspire you to a lifelong commitment to education and professional and community engagement, and in the spirit, tradition, and values of the Sisters of Charity of Cincinnati. We applaud your successes in educating yourselves well, and more important, in learning the real value of education and how you learn best. You leave here with whatever your major areas of study dictate are the critical professional skill sets and competencies for success. In addition, and true to our liberal arts mission and heritage, you leave here with the intellectual skill sets necessary to allow you to adapt to this dynamic, changing world. You think critically, you analyze and synthesize, you communicate effectively, both orally and in writing, you listen well, you are introspective, and you understand and appreciate literature, the performing and visual arts, diversity and inclusion, and the importance of creativity and innovation. Most importantly, you not only understand what to do, but how to do it, with humanity and compassion. Indeed, you are well equipped to serve and lead your communities. Equally importantly, you leave here with the Mount values, understanding the importance of excellence in academic endeavors, the integration of life and learning, respect and concern for all persons, diversity of cultures and beliefs, and above all else, service to others. In the way that Socrates meant it, you are indeed citizens of the world. We look forward to your making your marks in this community, across the nation, and around the world. We also look forward to a lifetime of connectivity between you and all of us, your alma mater. And as it is with respect to your biological families, you can always come home to this family. And we'll always greet you with open arms, open minds, and open hearts. As our keynote speaker said, you need to live life to the fullest. And as I sat listening to him, I made some notes, because he talked about making goals, setting goals. And he said, you don't have to wait, you can do that right now. I told you on Thursday that college life is one of the best experiences of your life, and that's true, but it's not the best. The best is yet to come. What you do after you leave here today is going to be great for you, and you're going to take advantage of all the opportunities, because now you have even more opportunities and more options because of what has happened to you here while you've been at Mount St. Joseph University. So as he made those comments, I wrote down, set big goals and do it now. Plans to accomplish those goals, because as I've said many times, a goal without a plan is just a wish, and you want to make sure you're not hanging out there on wishes. He also said, make good choices. And I know you made good choices because you chose to come to the Mount. But what I wrote down is, the choices we make dictate the lives that we live. We know that, we appreciate that, and we know that'll be a guiding light for us as we move forward in our careers and in our families and communities. And now, as you leave, we challenge you to always lean in and continue to live the Mount values. Be the voice of the voiceless and hope for the hopeless. Where you find justice, support, and defend it. Where you find compassion, embrace and promote it. Where you find need, identify or create ways to solve it. Where you find injustice, denounce and eradicate it. Again, congratulations and Godspeed on the rest of your life's journey.
It is now my pleasure to invite Cynthia Schmid-Perry, Vice President of the Board, Alumni Board, to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Davis.
Welcome, new Mount St. Joseph alumni. Our alumni office would like me to remind you to come to home games, to stay in touch, and to share your lives with us. I would like to give you heartfelt congratulations. You are now full-grown and mighty lions. Could I have a show of hands? Does anybody remember Disney's Lion King? You are Simba. You are Nala. You were set apart from your youth. You could have chosen any university, but you did not. You chose this campus, these courses, these professors. Why? There is an unction within you that pulled you here, that drew you to this mount. Your unction will lead your destiny. Some of you, like Simba, will wander far. Some of you, like Nala, will remain close to the pride. Wherever you go, you will always be lions first. And all of you, wherever you roam, will call this place home. So remember this place, these buildings, these professors, the janitors, the quad, the views, the sports, the friendships, your faith. Remember that the best leaders are the ones who are fully aware that they are servants in the circle of life. Live your life consciously. Remember who you are. Now you can roar.
Thank you, Cynthia. We are about to have the benediction, but before we do that, I have some announcements about the recession. Following the benediction, I would like to ask our guests, family, friends to please remain in your places until the platform party, followed by the faculty and the graduates, leave the hall. They leave the hall through the immediate center doors. You will not be able to leave that way. You can meet up with your graduates by exiting the building to the parking drive in the back of Harrington Center, or out the front exit and back up to the driveway and where the quad is. So if you can help us with that, that helps us observe a very special tradition here where the faculty greet the graduates as they leave the building. Would the audience please rise for the benediction that will be offered by Sister Annette Muckerhide. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Please, let's just take a moment to quiet ourselves and to thank our good and gracious God for all of the blessings we have received. Good and gracious God, you are the source of life and joy. Bless our graduates today with joy and enthusiasm as they begin new chapters in their lives and carry the spirit and values of the Mount with them. You, God, are the source of mercy and kindness. Bless our graduates with a deep sense of compassion and courage as they fulfill their new roles in society. You, God, are the source of all love. Bless these graduates with loving companions and friends to support them throughout their lives and enable them to be a source of love in the world. You are the source of wisdom and understanding. Bless our administrators and faculty with the wisdom and knowledge they need to continue to carry out and celebrate the mission of the Mount. You, our God, call us to service and give us the gifts and talents we need to serve. Bless our university staff, who serve in so many ways with the strength and courage they need to serve the community. You gift us with family and friends to support us throughout life. Bless especially today the families and friends of our graduates with peace and joy as we show them our gratitude. You who are the source of all that is, bless us all. Hold us in your loving presence. Be in us and for us, a force of love, wisdom, compassion, and service in our world. And we ask all of this with grateful hearts. Amen.